All right, so first things first, get the vehicle lifted up or on some jack stands, and then we're going to need to remove this plug. That's the main power plug for the range sensor there. And then we're going to need to get these two bolts off here, or nuts, whatever. That's a 22, and then the other two small ones are 12 millimeter bolts. These bolts and nuts should come off relatively easily compared to the actual range sensor, which is going to be the hardest part, as you'll see here coming up, and that's probably why you're watching this video. But go ahead and spray these anyways. Go ahead and spray them. Get your 22, pop that one off. Get your 12, pop the other two off. Now, what I suggest to do first is get like a punch or a pry bar and put it on these notches here and just knock them off. They should come off pretty easily. They'll break, as you can see. You'll want to break those off so that way there's as little resistance as possible when everything is getting ready to come off or when we're getting ready to pry it off. Yeah, you can see here I just knocked them off all clean. You won't ruin or mess up anything, so it's fine. And then what I do is I take my torch and I just heat it up a little bit, and that plastic on the back is going to melt, and then you'll be able to pry the sucker off pretty easily. As you can see, I mean, it didn't take much effort or force or anything like that. And then what I'm doing here is I'm just showing you that there's a couple grooves on the back that you can get your pry bar on and kind of pry it off. I would suggest spraying it one more time. And if you don't want to spray it, what you could also do too is just heat it up one more time and it should just slide right off. Or you could take a cutoff wheel and just cut it, but you want to make sure not to nick the actual shaft. And so you can see here, there's a perfect way to get a pry bar in there, and you can go towards the back and use that bolt there to just pry it off. I would keep spraying it, or like I said, just heat it up a little more. And this material here, I don't know what it is, but it melts pretty darn easily, and it should get it nice and soft enough to just basically pop right off. So that's how you can do that part. And then here coming up, I will show you how to properly install it. So let's go ahead and get this shaft here cleaned up. Take your wire wheel or whatever you have and clean it up pretty well, because you never know if this part is going to fail again. And you want to have everything nice and lubed up and clean for a possible replacement in the near future. I go crazy with the grease. I just put all sorts of grease on it because I live in the Rust Belt and things are absolutely horrible here. In 1 year, this sensor is going to look like it's 10 years old. So that's why I do it like that. And then you see that mark on the actual range sensor. There should be a mark on every single range sensor, and that is the neutral mark. So you're going to want to make sure that shaft is lined up with that mark. And I did mention earlier, but the vehicle should be in neutral while doing this. So that's how you install it there. Install it with the shaft basically up towards that mark. And then you can tighten everything down, and you can go up in the car and shift it and check everything, make sure it's all good. I would even possibly spray some fluid film on the outer nut there just to protect it from rust if you have those sorts of issues. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope this video helped. Please like, subscribe, comment, and have a good day. Peace.